Hi friends! You're probably wondering why I started doing this series. Um, well, a lot of people have been kind of interested in hearing my thoughts on this show because they're like, oh, well, you like Magical Girl series a lot, and this is kind of referencing a lot of those series, so you should totally watch it. You'll love it. Blah, blah, blah. After all, it's like Magical Girls meets Adventure Time, and I like both those things, so I thought I would check it out. Also, excuse my attire. I'm in pajamas because it is midnight and it's actually really cold in here, even though it's summertime, so I have my blanket around me. So, I decided to start with the pilot episode instead of episode 1, um, just to see, like, the show's roots and stuff. And, here are my thoughts on the pilot episode. Um, so I know enough about the show to be able to tell that the designs of the characters are a little different than how they appear in the actual show. So, I kind of liked a couple of them. Like Pearl, I like her TV show design better, but I really liked Garnet's design in this pilot. I think she's a little too square in the TV show, but that's just me. Pants are for squares. Yeah, referencing other cartoons. Um, but I also did notice, back to the Magical Girl thing, um, they didn't show it in this pilot episode, but I know there's this recurring theme in the cartoon where the gems can like merge together to create a new being. And I don't know if the creator watches Vivid Red Operation, but there's something similar that happens in that show where two of the girls will merge together to create a new being with increased power or whatever. And like Steven Universe in Vivid Red Operation, there's a little bit of lesbian implication as well, because they transform into this new being by like being in their underwear and like kissing each other's foreheads or whatever. I know in Steven Universe, they don't really go that far with it. I think they just like do a dance or something, but everyone in the fandom says there's lesbian implications, so it is what it is. I'm fine with that. Um, so yeah, you can see a little bit of Vivid Red Operation in this show, and I can also see a little bit of Sailor Moon in this show because as I was watching the pilot episode, I felt that the three gem women, or whatever, the crystal gems basically, um, they were kind of looking after Steven like mothers almost, and that reminded me of Sailor Moon a lot because um, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto become mom figures for uh, young Sailor Saturn, or Hotaru, or however you want me to say, because she's not technically awakened when she's a child. Um, so yeah, I kind of like that three mother dynamic, and I'm glad that that's in this show. Um, I think the creator is actually a fan of Sailor Moon. I'm just unsure about Vivid Red Operation. Um, Let me know in the comments. I would like to know. Um, but anyway, so the plot of this pilot episode is that the three crystal gems come back from some kind of mission, I suppose, and they bring back this artifact. And Steven's really interested in the artifact because it's like a glowing orb kind of thing and it looks really cool. And so he wants to see it, but Pearl's all like, no, 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 you can't look at it. It's way too powerful. And Amethyst is all for it. So she slyly sneaks the object into her hand with cash. Is like, go get us some donuts. And he's like, huh? And then when he gets outside, he sees that she had sneaked in the little orb, and he goes into the donut place, and there's this real jerk who works there, and he's picking on him. And then when he leaves, he thinks of a comeback that he should have said during the conversation. And that is so relatable because you always think of a comeback when it's too late and you're just like, oh, I should have said that. So he goes back in time to repeat that conversation, and he's able to say the comeback. And then he figures out that it was the orb that was, I guess, transporting him. Is that the correct term for time travel? Anyway, it was just giving him the ability to use his comebacks in the conversation, and he used it like twice. Well, apparently he created a rift in time that attracted this monster, and the three crystal gems are fighting it, and they're losing. And he figures out that he needs to use his power to come up with a comeback for what Garnet said at the beginning of the fight. Now, here's where it gets a little odd. Like, I think there's a plot hole here. He tells them that they need to pull out the creature's hair, but here's the problem with that. He only sees that done once by Garnet. She pulls out the hair. But there was no indication that the pulling of the hair was like a weakness of the monster, because it didn't appear to have gotten weaker after she pulled its hair out. It was just like, rah, and she's like, oh crap, we're losing. So I'm not sure what made him think that pulling out the hair was going to defeat it, but whatever. Cartoon logic. And it isn't like a full episode, it's a pilot, so of course there's going to be some errors. But anyway, they defeat the monster, and he's like, well, if only I'd told you this morning that I would save your life. And then he gets transported back in time to the morning, and he ends up smashing the orb because I guess the power was too great for him or something. And yeah, the ending line was kind of lame because he basically just said the thing that he said he should have said that morning. I was like, they could have ended on something different, something unexpected, or ended on a joke or something. I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. And for a pilot episode, I'm not sure if it was ever aired on television or not. It was enjoyable. I'm looking forward to watching more of the series. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the pilot episode of Steven Universe. Thanks for watching, and I hope you watch me watching other episodes. I hear it gets pretty emotional later on. So we'll see. Oh, and when I was doing the Sailor Moon vlogs, everyone said that I was Sailor Saturn. My friends who watch Steven Universe, they told me I'm like Lapis. I don't know anything about that character other than what she looks like, so I can't really tell for sure, but we'll find out together. So, until next time, bye.